Welcome in, folks, to tonight's Zaleski Sports broadcast of our regional final in Division I, Section 1, between the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts hosting the visiting Neenah Rockets. Both teams just 3 wins from state, 5 wins from a state championship. And it's a little bit of more FVA play here to finish out regionals and going into sectionals next week. The winner of this all-FVA matchup will face the winner of a matchup probably 10 minutes from here, Appleton North hosting Kimberly tonight on the other side of this sectional semifinal. Winners of those 2 games will meet next Thursday in the sectional semi. Currently, that game is scheduled for Marshfield. I would imagine they will move it closer to the Fox Valley since it will be all Fox Valley teams. My name is Gunnar Sippert. I'm joined by Joel Rausch on the production side here tonight for Zaleski Sports. Both these teams coming off a victory last night in the regional semifinals. Neenah went on the road and took down Hortonville, who had beaten them twice this season. They got a win by 9 points, 71-62. Big in that one for the Rockets. Luke Young had 15 points, despite being 3 of 10 at the free throw line. Nick Schultz with 15 points. He was 8 for 11 from the line. Benji Bell with 14. Roan Caper with 11 points and 10 rebounds. And despite the Rockets' shooting woes at the charity stripe, going 20 for 35 as a team, they were able to dominate inside, only needing to attempt 7 3-point attempts all night to outlast the Polar Bears. In that one for Hortonville, Ethan Joling with 24. Riley Miller finishes his high school career with 23. He will be at Wisconsin Lutheran College next year. And Alden Rogers for the Polar Bears with 6 points. Here on the home floor for Kaukauna last night, they bested the Appleton West Terrors for the 3rd time this season by a final score of 94-58. Kaukauna got out big in the first half, 53-22, and Appleton West kept pace in the second half. 41-36 was the second half scoring, but Kaukauna pulled away for the 36-point victory. Keegan Van Kallenberg leading the way with another 30-point performance in just 23 minutes. 9 for 16 from the field, 8 for 14 from downtown to go along with 8 rebounds. Caden Graff had 15 points and 8 rebounds, only had to play 18 minutes. Andrew Jensen similarly with 13 points, just 20 minutes played. So these Kaukauna Ghosts should be pretty well rested coming into this matchup here tonight, as their game last night was far less competitive than Neenah's. Neenah was a deeper team though, listed 18 on the varsity roster here compared to Kaukauna's 11. We know Kaukauna plays just about 7 players each night, so just 2 reserves off the bench. Neenah's going to play more than that, either 8 or 9 players in this game most likely. These teams have split the season series, both squads winning on their home floor. For Neenah, that was a win back in December on the 17th, 66-56 in that one. And if you remember all the way back when we broadcasted that one here on Zaleski Sports, it was Caden Graff dominating in the first half for Kaukauna. He had 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks, but then he had cramping early in the second half and missed the rest of the game. Neenah was able to pull away in that one, outscoring the Ghosts by 9 in the second half. Keegan Van Kallenberg was limited to 22 points in that one. He was 1 for 9 from downtown, and Kaukauna shot just 3 for 16 as a team from 3-point range, probably almost certainly one of their weakest 3-point shooting nights of the year. Meanwhile, on that one for Neenah, Joey Down led with 17 points and 5 rebounds. Benji Bell with 13, and Luke Young with a double-double. 13 points and 10 rebounds. And in that one, Kaukauna was not able to best the Rockets as they were beaten by 10. But then they got even on January 31st here at Kaukauna High School, a 78-50 win. Neenah was reeling at the time, and playing Kaukauna certainly didn't help in that one. It was for the Ghosts, Keegan Van Kallenberg with 32 points, Andrew Jensen with 15 points, 15 rebounds, Caden Graff with 15 points as well. Kaukauna out-rebounded the Rockets 30-16. Neenah was held to just 1 assist on the evening as they struggled to score except with players in isolation. Joey Down led the way with 14 points, but he was 0 for 4 from downtown. Luke Young was held to just 8 points and 4 rebounds, more representative of what the Ghosts were trying to do this season against Neenah. We've hit the buzzer here at pregame, and we will get the national anthem and starting lineups. Stick with us here on Zaleski Sports.
Regional Final boys basketball game between the visiting Rockets of Neenah High School and your very own Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. We are pleased to welcome as our guests tonight players, coaches, and fans from Neenah High School. Tonight's game can also be viewed locally online at ZaleskiSports.com. Both schools at WIAA require good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators at education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation in supporting the participants and officials. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating or taunting actions will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from this item competition. Please enjoy the game tonight in a positive manner. And now at this time, to honor our country and those who are fighting to defend our freedom, we ask you please stand if you're able, remove your headwear, and face the flag as the Kaukauna BMW Election City Post 3319 presents our nation's colors and the flag of our national anthem.
Final home game of the season for the Galloping Ghosts, so that'll be the last time that the tradition of presenting the colors on the home floor for Kaukauna will take place this season. I believe every game this year we've had the local chapter presenting the colors before each game, before the starting lineups. And since this is the last home game of the year, it's a good time to mention Kaukauna 12-0 at home this season, as we are getting the starting lineups first for the visiting Rockets, coached by Lee Rubbis in his 10th year. 189 wins compared to 74 losses. Rowan Caper, a 6'9 forward, junior. Luke Young, a 6'3 forward, senior. Nick Schultz, a 6-foot junior guard. Joey Down, a 6'1 senior guard. And Benji Bell, a 6'3 senior forward. And for the Galloping Ghosts under head coach Mike Shallow in his 30th season at the helm of the Kaukauna program, with a total record of 481 wins compared to 227 losses. Most likely will hit the 500 win mark next season. It's the same starting five we've seen all season, so long as the Ghosts have been healthy. First, number 0, a 5'11 senior point guard, Brody McMullen. A 6'5 senior power forward, Caden Groff. A 6'9 junior forward, Andrew Jensen. A 6'3 junior guard, Jonah Rohrig. And finally, the UWGB commit, the 6'4 guard, Keegan Van Cowenberg. So both teams with a 6'9 junior. It's going to be Jensen versus Caper in the post here tonight. Jensen with far more varsity experience, as this is already his 3rd year on the varsity squad for Kaukauna and his 2nd as a starter. Caper's in his 1st season as a contributor for the Rockets, and that showed last time these two teams played. Caper was hesitant in this gym. It showed a lot less when we saw these two teams in Neenah. Caper did a nice job of shutting down Jensen in that game. He held Jensen to just 8 shots on the game and 8 points. It'll be those two on the tip. Kaukauna heading left to right across your screen. Neenah going right to left. And it's not too many times this season we've seen Jensen with an even match for him on the tip. Official Rory Schultz tosses it up, and Neenah wins first possession here in Kaukauna. This is Nick Schultz setting things up. They swing it around. Joey down to Mason Fleece. And a nice pass to Caper, but off of his hands and out of bounds. First turnover of the game is for the Rockets. I believe I had a mistake in the starting lineup for the Rockets. We've got Mason Fleece on the floor, number 3. He's a 6'1 senior guard. First possession for the Ghosts now. Groff down low, kicks it out to McMullen. Back to Groff, give and go. Groff now tried to throw it to Jensen, somehow finds him. Kaukana's Keegan Van Cowenberg from the wing drains the triple, and what looked like Kaukauna was going to turn it right back over. They take advantage, hit a triple. Top 3-point shooting team in the conference. One of the top 3-point shooting teams in the state, for that matter. So that's Mason Fleece at number 3. He was in the starting lineup. Joey Down now gets a screen from Caper. Picks up the dribble, gives it to Caper, regains the dribble on the handoff. Benji Bell is the person not in the starting lineup who I had previously thought was in it. Here's Nick Schultz, the 3rd leading scorer on the team. And good defense here from Kaukauna. Neenah not finding anything easy. They've had to reset a couple times. Schultz pulls up from the elbow, blocked by Van Cowenberg. Young comes up with it. Young off the glass, no good. And a rebound for Caden Groff. It's stolen, though. Do we have a jump ball? We will. Possession will switch over to the Galloping Ghosts. After Neenah won the tip, our first jump ball of the game. 3-0 here early, just over a minute and a half into this one. Some light pressure from the Rockets, but nothing close to a full court press. We saw this the last time these teams played. Andrew Jensen was bringing the ball up the floor quite a bit. Perhaps they like that matchup with Caper having to guard the entire length of the court. Here's Jensen in the corner, drives past Caper, got a touch from down, and still finished through the contact. Andrew Jensen, one of the top recruits in the class of 2026. Step back from Schultz, drains the triple. He got Rohrig headed one way, crossed it over on him behind the back, and Nick Schultz cuts the lead to 2 for the first Neenah basket of the night. Keegan Van Cauwenberg gives it to Jensen, and back to Van Cauwenberg to the baseline. That's his spot, no good, and Groff can't come up with it. Down and Caper versus Jensen on the break. Caper gives it back to Down. He'll pull up, looking to take the lead. No good. Offensive rebound for Fleece. And now we'll see the Neenah half-court offense. Didn't love the transition offense there. I'm sure Coach Lee Rubbis wasn't pleased with it, but they get a second chance on this possession. Down kicks it out to Young, and wide open for 3. Mason Fleece, no good, and Groff with the rebound. And yet again, here's Jensen bringing it up the floor. I've seen plenty of Kaukauna games this year, and it's only against Neenah where they let Jensen bring the ball up. He goes coast to coast and puts Kaukauna back up 4. Last time these teams met, Neenah got into far more foul trouble than the Ghosts. No fouls yet here tonight, though. Kick out to Caper. Caper handoff to Schultz. Schultz, the only scorer for the Rockets. He's going to turn it over, though, as he lost the dribble. It goes off his leg and out of bounds. Here comes more of a full-court press from the Rockets. Fleece is backing off now. And Jensen will yet again play point forward here. Jensen, one of arguably, as he gets the feed it down inside. Nice pass by Groff. Andrew Jensen will head to the line, where he has struggled this season. Just a 64% shooter. And that's just one of very few wrinkles in Jensen's game that still needs ironing out. Like I said, he's one of the top junior recruits in the state. Anywhere in the top 3, arguably, along with Youssef Gray Jr. of West Dallas Central. And I'm drawing a blank on the third right now as Jensen knocks down the first one. Jensen with offers from several high major D1 programs, including Marquette, West Virginia, Illinois, as he makes both free throws there. And I believe we have a clock issue here. We're going to take it in inbound on the side here, as seems like the clock didn't start there. First time these teams met in Neenah, there was a lengthy delay where the scoreboard wouldn't display the clock for about 10 minutes. We had to go to a timeout, sort of like I think we're about to go to here. I'm unsure of the reason, as the scoreboard's on here, but maybe they were struggling to start the clock. We'll keep it here just in case this is a quick break, but no timeout charged to either side. First foul of the game on the Jensen drive there is against number 15. Well, that's not correct. There's no 15 on the roster for the Rockets. Perhaps they meant 14, which is Joey Down. Hopefully that'll get resolved. Looks like the scoreboard has the foul on number 5. That is Luke Young. Luke Young, while he only stands at 6'3", he's the best post player on this team for Neenah. Top rebounder on the team for Neenah. He plays much above his height as he's got a great vertical jump. Here's Fleece, tied up by Van Cauwenberg and out of bounds. Sticking with Neenah, but Van Cauwenberg letting Fleece hear about it. The two seniors there certainly have had their fair share of battles here in the FVA. The oop for Mason Fleece is no good. Nice inbounds idea there from the Rockets, but Kaukauna able to recover in time as Fleece really got up there for a player who's only 6'1". First sub of the game is Benji Bell checking in for Neenah. I thought he was in the original starting lineup. And here's Van Cauwenberg. Pull up from the free throw line. No good. A rebound for Caper. Still 9-3 our score after the made free throws by Jensen. Joey Down, who really had an outstanding game the first time these teams played. He had 17 points on 7 for 15 shooting. Here's Fleece. Thinks about the three twice, and here's Young on the drive. Young gives it up to Fleece, and they're letting Mason have that open three. He missed the first one he had, and that's a similar story to the first time these teams played. They were daring Caper and Fleece to create with the ball in their hands. Here's Young for three. It's knocked down, nothing but net, and barely any net, as Luke Young makes the second shot of the game for these Neenah Rockets. Two-man game here with Jensen and Van Cauwenberg. Groff was looking to get the seal in the low post there. Jensen didn't feel comfortable, and now a steal. Turned over by Rohrig. It's Fleece in transition, finishes with the right. And it's a one-point ball game. First turnover of the game for Kaukauna proves costly, as it's 2 points at the other end for the Rockets. Benji Bell will step away from the scorer's table as he was slated to check in. And I believe Tyler Schwalbach is at the table for the Galloping Ghosts. Jensen for three, knocks it down. And he lets the Neenah bench know that, yeah, he's got that in his bag if he needs it. We haven't seen Jensen shoot too many threes this season. I remember one game against Appleton North, he made a couple when the Lightning weren't really respecting him. And Jensen's already got 9 points here tonight. Young inside, guarded by Van Cauwenberg, kicks it down for three. Short, but the rebound right to Joey. Joey again for three, no good. Jensen tips it up and gets his own rebound, as Down came flying in looking for a second offensive rebound and a third chance at scoring. 12-8 early on, 9-8. Andrew Jensen over the Rockets, and he draws another foul. That'll be on Fleece, his first. So both Young and Fleece with one apiece. The Ghosts have yet to commit a foul. McMullen will head to the bench for the freshman Tyler Schwalbach, as he has so many times this year. Schwalbach first off the bench, and he started some this season when Jonah Rohrig was hurt. And in for the Rockets, Benji Bell. Van Cauwenberg gets it to Groff. Nice setup by Keegan, and Groff finishes the easy look. Bell had an outstanding game for Neenah the first time these teams played back in December, as he and Joey Down led the team in scoring. Driving, here's Down with the left against Schwalbach, gets inside, and there's that senior experience providing a difference against the freshman defender. We've got a 14-10 ball game. No timeouts used yet. That is not surprising for Coach Shallow. I don't know Coach Rubbis' tendencies quite as well. Van Cauwenberg for three off the mark, as we're already over 7 minutes into this one in the first half. Benji Bell, the first time these teams played, 13 points on 3 of 4 shooting from the field, 2 3-pointers. He was 2 for 2 and 5 for 5 from the free throw line. He was one of our highlight house players of the game, along with this player, Joey Down, missing the three there. And Van Cauwenberg looking to create after the missed three. Wanted a foul. He'll get no better than retaining possession here. McMullen back in for Rohrig. So the starting five on for the Ghosts, minus Rohrig, Schwalbach in his place. And for the Rockets, the starting five, except Benji Bell in for Mason Fleece. Here's Van Cauwenberg around a screen, and they've got Luke Young on Van Cauwenberg, and I think that's exactly the right choice for Coach Rubbis, as Young is their best defender. Schwalbach gives it up to Jensen, and now Jensen, after that made three from the corner, he's getting a little bit more respect as an outside shooter. Kaukauna's offense a bit stagnant here. Van Cauwenberg throws it to the wing, and Jensen had cut away. Second turnover of the game for the Galloping Ghosts. And the Neenah student section letting them hear it. They actually moved the Neenah student section over from our side of the stands, where our camera is, to the opposite side. So now they're on the same side as the Kaukauna students, as Caper going inside, and one for Roan Caper. Caper finishing through the contact. I believe that was on Brody McMullen. McMullen's first team foul for the Galloping Ghosts. I believe maybe the AD here at Kaukauna didn't want the student sections to be able to see each other. That might incite a little bit more rowdiness. Now they're just in each other's peripheral vision. Caper couldn't complete the three-point play, so it's still a two-point ball game. And again, this Kaukauna offense is having trouble. They go inside to Groff. Nice rotation from Schultz. And Schultz with another nice play, deflecting the pass. It'll stay with the Ghosts. Second sub of the game for the Rockets, Xavier Bazaris, just a sophomore. Number 24 into the game, one of the younger contributors on this Neenah squad. McMullen driving, nice job to get around the contact. It will be a foul on the floor though. No continuation in high school basketball. That would certainly have been a three-point play in the NBA. Benji Bell's first, third team for Coach Rubbis' squad. Coach Rubbis standing on the sideline as Van Kaulenberg shoots the three from the corner. And Keegan's got his second three-pointer of the night. Van Kaulenberg's been on such a tear lately. It was surprising to see him only having 22 points in that game against Neenah back in December. Scored 32 against the Rockets in January. This is Nick Schultz, guarded by Schwalbach, a matchup of the two number 11s here. Schultz kicks it. Here's Caper not attempting the three, not even looking at the basket. They're going to work it inside to Roan instead after his first basket of the night. Shot fake, gets around Jensen, but Coach Shallow certainly wanted a travel there. Not going to get it. And Roan Caper with his second basket of the game. Pass out from Jensen to McMullen. Brody's shot is short. And Neenah down just three with a chance to tie it up here. The second time these teams played, Caper was hesitant inside as Andrew Jensen in that game had 4 blocks. Nearly turned over. It is turned over. Schwalbach had it, and he gets fouled. As Schwalbach headed to the floor there. Maybe he'll get a breather here. Rohrig coming back in. It'll be McMullen that heads to the bench. Schultz is first on the loose ball foul there. Possession arrow still favoring Neenah. No jump ball there. Schwalbach with the lob pass inside into Jensen. Jensen to Van Kaulenberg. You can't let Keegan get hot. He's looking baseline here. Pass to Schwalbach from the corner. No good. Kaukauna looking for those open three-point looks. They've been able to convert a couple times tonight, but they haven't shot their usual high rate. They're a 44% three-point shooting team on the season. Downtown, Xavier Bazaris for three. And we got a tie game as Bazaris knots us up. Groff looking inside, gives to Van Kaulenberg. And up top for Groff, he slips by his defender, looks to finish at the rim, and a late whistle. Came from the three-point line, not the official you would expect to see call a foul there, but he's got a better view on it, certainly, than his partner. 2 shots here for Caden Groff, a 71% free throw shooter. Can't get the first to go. And the Neenah students chanting 0 for 2. He does get the second one to roll in, much to their chagrin. 1-point lead for the Galloping Ghosts. We're under 7 minutes to go here in the first half, as we've yet to have a timeout and very few stoppages of play. Joey Down driving all the way with his left. He's blocked by the freshman, Schwalbach. It'll stick with the Rockets here. Last time these two teams met in the postseason, it was 2021. In that one, Neenah took the victory 80-66 on their home floor. In that one, Jacob Dietz, 21 points. Carter Thomas with 20 for the Rockets as the pass is into Bazaris. Fleece back into the game, gives it up to Young. Down and Schwalbach has been a good matchup here. Down's gotten the better of him a couple times, but Schwalbach with that block. Nice feed from Young to Caper. Caper goes high off glass and pulls the Rockets ahead, 19-18, as Caper's now got 6. Jensen hasn't scored since his early outburst. Still stuck on 9 points. He feeds it inside to Groff. It's deflected by Fleece and a turnover as it's nicely saved by Joey Down. Young in the corner, slowing things down. Out to Bazaris. Fleece again, getting all that space. Reverse layup. They weren't respecting Mason as a three-point shooter, so he's going to use that space to accelerate to the hoop and finish. Jensen, low inside, underneath the hoop almost. Finishes, and we've got a 21-20 ball game. Jensen, our first player in double figures with 11. Down, driving, kicking. Here's Caper pulling up for 3, top of the key. Rowan Caper for 3. He's got 9 to lead the Rockets, and it's a 4-point lead for the visiting squad. Groff with the spin move on Young. His pass deflected. Another turnover. Here's Young in transition. Just has Van Cauwenberg to beat. The floater, no good. And it eventually gets to Roerig. Jensen in transition is fouled by Down. So after 2 early turnovers for the Rockets, it's been 4 turnovers for Kaukauna since then. Foul's going to be on Joey Down, as that's his first personal, 6th team foul for the Rockets, as I missed one on Caper earlier. So every starter for the Rockets has 1 foul, along with Benji Bell with 1 of his own. Just 1 team foul for Kaukauna, and that's the way Kaukauna plays. They average just about 13 fouls, or pardon me, that's Neenah averaging about 13 fouls per game. That goes off of Keegan Van Cauwenberg's shoes, but it hit a Rocket before going out of bounds. On the season, Kaukauna averaging around 11.5 fouls per game, so Neenah about 1.5 fouls more. And Roerig doesn't want a 5-second violation, calls the first timeout of the game. It'll likely be a 30-second timeout. We'll head to a quick break of our own here on Zaleski Sports.
Friends, are you a retiree like myself and have some spare time and wanting to meet new people? I drive school bus for Cobison Buses. I enjoy seeing many smiling faces, and I still have time for the activities I enjoy. Cobison Buses offers a flexible schedule, and it's a well-paid part-time job. It's the perfect balance of work and play. Come join me make a difference in your community. Visit Cobison.com for more information and to find a Cobison terminal near you.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. A 24-20 lead for the visiting Neenah Rockets over the number 1 seeded Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. Tonight's game is brought to you by Heartwood Homes. Are you in need of custom home build and remodeling services? Reach out to Heartwood Homes Incorporated. They offer interior home designing as well as remodeling services at the best rates. Call 920-850-0081 for a free estimate. Again, that's 920-850-0081, Heartwood Homes Incorporated. We've seen that a couple times this season, a player calling the first timeout for Kaukauna, as Coach Shallow likes to save him for the second half. But a smart timeout for Roerig. The 3-pointer for Van Cauwenberg, no good. And a 4-point lead for the Rockets has a chance to be stretched even farther here. Joey Down, guarded by Roerig at the top of the key, blows by him. Here's help defense from Jensen, as both teams have been in man the entirety of the night. Bazaris gives it up to Young, and back to Bazaris to regain the dribble. It's been all Rockets here the last couple minutes as they have all the momentum. Joey Down gives it up to Caper, and Down avoiding a flying Groff in there, providing the double team. It's Groff on Caper now as Jensen got switched. Jensen with a little poke in there, though. Kick out to Young for three. Luke Young extends the lead for the Rockets to 7. That's his second triple of the night, and the 5th total for the Neenah Rockets. Typically, the Ghosts are the better three-point shooting team. Jensen with the offensive board finishes. He's got 13. The Ghosts on the night, just 2 3-point makes, both from Keegan Van Cauwenberg. You got 2 3-pointers by Young, 1 by Schultz, 1 by Bazaris, and 1 by Caper. Here's Young to the hoop. Open, had some space. It gets swatted off the backboard by Jensen, but that was not a goaltend. It was already well off the fingers of Young. Spin move for Groff. He finishes. Fleece trying to draw the offensive foul there. Doesn't get the call. Kaukauna with a nice 4-0 run here after finding themselves down 7. Checking in for the Rockets is number 2, Matthias Charles. Just a sophomore. And I don't believe he's someone we've seen in a matchup between these two squads before. We'll have to wait until after this timeout to see him. Coach Rubbis calls the first timeout of the game for Neenah. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take another quick break here on Zaleski Sports.
Go with your friends and family to Jexie's Family Restaurant. Open every day of the week, they offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner options, including a Friday night fish fry. Enjoy plates from meatloaf, lasagna, and skillets. You will never be disappointed or go away with an empty stomach. Feel at home and leave with a smile. Come on down to Jexie's at 1011 Crooks Avenue, Kaukauna.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. I was worried we weren't going to get any breaks in this first half, but a couple of timeouts here towards the end of it. Tonight's game brought to you by Cannonball Pools. Dive into a luxury with a custom in-ground pool. Turn your backyard into a personal paradise with a stunning in-ground pool, perfect for relaxing, entertaining, and making memories, built for beauty and durability. Call now for a free quote and start your dream pool today at Cannonball Pools. Coach Rubb is calling that timeout. Each team with 4 remaining. Nick Schultz drives, kicks it out to Caper. This is where he made his 3 from earlier. He's 2 for 2. Rowan Caper, 2 for 2 from downtown. He's got 12 points in the game. Last time these teams met, Caper only had 7. Van Cauwenberg pulls up from just left of the elbow. Keegan Van Cauwenberg, a lethal shooter if you leave him open like that, even on one of his colder nights here, as he's stuck on just 8 points. Schultz gives it up to Young. Young's made 2 threes of his own. You wouldn't think it would be the 2 big guys for Neenah that have the 2 3-point makes. Here's Matthias Charles, checked in. Here's Schultz for 3. And that's Schultz's second of the game, as Neenah cannot miss from downtown. They've got a 7-point lead again as we're under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Van Cauwenberg from the free throw line knocks it down. And if you're Coach Shallow, you like to see Van Cauwenberg feeling confident from the mid-range, but you're trading 2s for 3s right now. You gotta force Neenah into a more difficult shot and just hope they miss one of those 3-pointers coming up here. It's a 5-point game. Joey Down gives it up to Young, and Caper fakes the 3-point shot. He's getting a little bit more attention now from Jensen. Neenah pushed all the way back towards half court. Here's the drive by Down. It gets blocked by Van Cauwenberg. Coach Rubbis wanting a foul. Good defense from the Ghosts there to collapse on the drive from Down. We're under a minute to go. See how Kaukauna approaches this potentially final possession of theirs this half. Will it be the final possession of the half? Tight defense here from Young on Van Cauwenberg. Van Cauwenberg drives baseline, pull up. We've seen that so many times this season. And Van Cauwenberg with 3 mid-range jumpers in a row. His game does remind me a little bit of Kevin Durant. A little bit shorter, but similar play styles to the Slim Reaper. Joey down with 12 seconds to go here, guarded by McMullen. McMullen with some renewed energy there. Step back from Schultz, gets around Jensen, swat, offensive rebound. Charles has it, gives it to Young. Young with a second to go, it's blocked. And we'll head to the half, 33-30. Neenah on top of the hosting Galloping Ghosts. The number 9 seed looking to pull the upset, playing a nearly perfect first half. They head into the locker room with a 1-possession lead. We'll take a break here on Zaleski Sports. We'll be back in a couple minutes with the first half recap.
Located on County Road KK, Birkin Heating and Cooling has proudly served Kaukauna for over 30 years. As a Bryant Factory authorized dealer, we offer top-quality Bryant and Payne products. We specialize in furnaces, air conditioners, boilers, new home construction, remodels, and April air humidifiers, serving for both residential and commercial needs. Plus, we service all makes and models, offering 24-hour emergency service. Call us today at 920-759-1478 and let Birkin take care of your heating and cooling needs.
ZaleskiSports.com has leveled up. Go to ZaleskiSports.com and choose your favorite schools for easy navigation. From the homepage, choose your school to see team records, upcoming schedules, and past results. Use the video icon to launch the next broadcast. Use the arrow icon to watch any previous broadcast. See the full weekly schedule too. Level up at ZaleskiSports.com.
Selling your car to Doll Auto is quick and easy. Bring your title and keys, and you'll have a check in as little as 30 minutes. Still owe money on your vehicle? No problem. We'll take care of it. Doll Auto. Simple.
At Ridgetop, we are your trusted, local, affordable exterior renovations expert. Isn't that right, Bo?
Exactly, especially when we are working on someone's biggest investment.
Can you give us an example, Bo?
Well, there was this house. We replaced the roofing, siding, and windows. Then, they left a 5-star review.
One of our thousands of 5-star reviews?
Exactly.
For your free, no obligation estimate, call us today or go to ridgetopexteriors.com.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Ooh. Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
Hi, I'm Josh Marks, owner of Infinity Exteriors. 9 out of 10 brand new roofs can't pass a simple manufacturer warranty inspection, meaning 9 out of 10 brand new roofs have no warranty. Infinity operates on principles instilled in my Marine Corps service: honor, courage, and commitment. Infinity is meticulous craftsmanship, unbeatable quality, and always at the best price. Infinity buys more, pays less, passing those savings directly to you. We're booking new roofs, siding, and windows at last year's pricing. Call today.
Located on County Road KK, Birkin Heating and Cooling has proudly served Kaukauna for over 30 years. As a Bryant Factory authorized dealer, we offer top-quality Bryant and Payne products. We specialize in furnaces, air conditioners, boilers, new home construction, remodels, and April air humidifiers, serving for both residential and commercial needs. Plus, we service all makes and models, offering 24-hour emergency service. Call us today at 920-759-1478 and let Birkin take care of your heating and cooling needs.
Welcome back to our regional semifinal action here from Kaukauna High School. At the half, the Galloping Ghosts find themselves down by 3. It's 33-30, with the number 9 seeded Neenah Rockets leading the number 1 overall seed in the sectional Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. Tonight's game is brought to you by Birkin Heating and Cooling. Birkin and Heating Cooling Factory, authorized Bryant dealer. They service all makes and models. Call us today at 920-759-1478. That's 920-759-1478. Tonight's game also brought to you by Infinity Exteriors, installing peace of mind, roofing, siding, and windows built to last. Saving our communities from unscrupulous contractors, we guarantee quality you can trust at Infinity Exteriors. Scoring recap of the first half. We'll start with the visiting Rockets. Leading the way was big man Roan Caper, standing at 6'9". You wouldn't have expected him to be much of a three-point shooter, and we had seen in the first two games between these two teams, I don't believe he made a single three-point shot. He's already got two tonight to go along with a trio of two-point baskets. Missed his only free throw attempt. That's the only free throw attempt for Neenah in the half, as Kaukauna just had the one foul. Other scorers for the Rockets, Luke Young and Nick Schultz, both with 6 apiece. They both made 2 3-pointers. Mason Fleece with 4. Xavier Bazaris with 3 points on a triple. And Joey Down, the leading scorer for the Rockets, the first time these teams played was 17. He's got just 2 points here tonight, and the second time these teams played, Down was tied for the lead with 14 points. So even though their leading scorer in the previous matchups hasn't had his best night, Neenah finds themselves up by a possession at the break. Meanwhile, for Kaukauna, just 3 scorers to speak of. Andrew Jensen with 13 points, but he had 9 of his points early in this one. He had 9 of the first 12 for Kaukauna, so he went quiet as the first half got going. Keegan Van Cauwenberg with 12 points. We saw half of those right before the break as he made 3 mid-range jump shots in a row. The only other scorer for the Ghosts, Caden Groff with 5 points. 1 for 2 at the line. As a team, the Ghosts were 3 for 4. There was 6 fouls for the Rockets in the first half compared to Kaukauna's 1 foul. I mentioned earlier that this is the first meeting between these two teams in the postseason since 2021. Neenah won that game on home floor, 80-66. Jacob Dietz with 21. Carter Thomas, who now plays at UW Oshkosh, with 20 points. Cal Klesmet, who plays at Northern Michigan, with 15. And Chevalier Emery Jr., who now plays at West Carolina, goes by Ice Emery, with 14 points. So that's a D1 player, a D2 player, and a D3 player all on that Neenah squad. And that team, I believe, they were conference champion and nearly won the state title in that one for Kaukauna. Chris Morgan with 22 points. He now plays at Division I school Purdue Fort Wayne. Tyson Waldrop with 16. Also appearing in that game for the Galloping Ghosts, Brandon Mudler and John O'Neill, who now plays at Division I at University of New Hampshire. So that was quite the star-studded game. I've got a program here from when Kaukauna was at Neenah, and it says Neenah leads the postseason series between these two teams 13-2. Between 1929 and 1964, Neenah went 11-1 against Kaukauna in tournament play. But in the last 50 years, they've only met 3 times, with Neenah taking 2 of those. That'll do it for our first half recap. I'll be looking to find a score on that Appleton North Kimberly game to update you guys when we come back from another quick break.
Go with your friends and family to Jexie's Family Restaurant. Open every day of the week, they offer breakfast, lunch, and dinner options, including a Friday night fish fry. Enjoy plates from meatloaf, lasagna, and skillets. You will never be disappointed or go away with an empty stomach. Feel at home and leave with a smile. Come on down to Jexie's at 1011 Crooks Avenue, Kaukauna.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
At Fleet Farm, we're all about your everyday, but not just any old day. Here, every day's opening day. Every day's a school day. Every day's a monster day. And every day is too short. Whatever makes your day, Fleet Farm's got everything you need for everyday life.
From
humble beginnings in 1904, the Wheatrick family has grown Grassland Dairy Products into one of the largest processors of butter in the nation. Based in Greenwood, Wisconsin, the family and its hundreds of employees continue their pursuit of providing high-quality products that can proudly be served in restaurants and homes across America.
Welcome back on Zaleski Sports. The Neenah Rockets leading by 3 at the half. 33-30 is our score. Just checking in on the other game in this half of the sectional. It looks like we've got a score of 35-31 over at Appleton North. It's a little blurry on the feed though, so I can't tell who's home and who's road between the 35 and 31. But nonetheless, another close one between two more FBA teams. Those four teams, as well as Oshkosh North and Fond du Lac, who are in a different sectional, are still alive. Oshkosh North is at Homestead tonight, down in Mequon, and Fond du Lac is hosting Brookfield East. If both the winners of those two games will face each other, so it could be Fond du Lac versus Oshkosh North in another sectional semifinal to make it 2 all-FBA matchups next week. As we head to the second half here, the story is going to be, can Neenah keep shooting lights out like they are? On the season, they're a 34% three-point shooting team. That's nearly 10 percentage points worse than Kaukauna. And Kaukauna usually attempts 8 more three-pointers per game compared to Neenah, but in that first half, it was the Rockets who were on fire from downtown, and they were leaning into it. Certainly one of their most three-point heavy halves of the year. Luke Young, driving left, pulls up over McMullen and finishes. Luke Young opens the scoring here in the second half, and the Rockets find themselves up 5. Groff with the handoff to Van Cauwenberg. He was on a torrid stretch to finish the first half. We'll see if that continues out of the break. Groff driving, fading away, but uses the glass nicely. Groff, one of the 3 scorers in that first half for Kaukauna. Meanwhile, Neenah had 6 different scorers in the first 18 minutes. Here's one of them, Mason Fleece. He had 4, but they don't view him as a three-point threat. He was more of a slasher and driver to the hoop. Here's the drive from Schultz, met by Van Cauwenberg, no good, but an offensive rebound for Fleece. Great effort there, and he kicks it out. Young to Caper. Caper gets blocked, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Fleece. Kaukauna, one of the top three-point shooting teams in the state. In fact, you won't find a team with a better three-point percentage than Kaukauna, at least among teams that have similar amounts of attempts. Kaukauna, also one of the best rebounding teams in the state, but we've seen them allow lots of offensive rebounds here tonight as Schwalbach goes around a screen, can't finish, but does get fouled. Schwalbach starting the second half here in place of Jonah Rohrig. So the freshman taking the spot of the junior here. Foul is going to be on Nick Schultz, his second. Schultz's second foul, first team foul of the half for either side. Schwalbach just a 64% shooter at the line this year. He gets them both to go, and we've got a 1-point ball game. Kaukauna was able to force a turnover or force a kicked ball out of bounds last time after a shot from Neenah. Need to make another stop if they're going to pull ahead early in the second half here. Top of the key, it's Young giving it up to Joey Down. Down had a quiet first half. Driving, the floater, no good, in and out. And it'll go to the Galloping Ghosts off the tip. It was last touched by Mason Fleece. Just to take home that point about Kaukauna being one of the best rebounding teams. They're third in Division I in rebounding, trailing just Badger High School down in Lake Geneva and West Allis Central. But in the first half, Neenah was matching them on the boards, if not outperforming them. Caden Groff's going to draw a non-shooting foul here. It's going to be on Mason Fleece, his second. Oh, pardon me, it's on Caper. I saw 3 fingers, it was 4. So that could be interesting. Should Caper pick up his third foul soon? McMullen all the way to the hoop. No good. It's tipped away by Down, and Caper with the board. On the other end here, here's Down, gives it up to Caper. Caper with 2 made three-pointers in that half. Young with the handoff to Caper, and the Rockets really just feeling out the defense here as Young goes baseline, met by Van Cauwenberg, nearly stolen by the freshman Schwalbach, and Nick Schultz will reset. Extended possession here for the Rockets, leading to the Kaukauna student section to chant boring. But with no shot clock in the WIAA, this is all legal. Luke Young gives to Fleece. Fleece to the hoop, and he finishes yet again. Kaukauna not respecting Fleece at all as an outside shooter, but great at driving to the hoop and finishing here tonight. And I believe we might have the third foul on Caper here. And that time it's going to be on Fleece. It was number 3. So 3 different Neenah Rockets picking up their second fouls here early in the second half. Kaukauna, meanwhile, has 1 foul in the game. Jonah Rohrig back into the game for Kaukauna. Mid-range jump shot for Van Cauwenberg. And those are going to keep going down as long as he hits them in rhythm like that. 37-36. Rockets holding on to a 1-point lead here. Luke Young up to Roan Caper, and Young, such a versatile player on the defensive end and the offensive end. Made a couple of 3-point shots in the first half, but also great on the offensive glass. The top rebounder for this team, for Neenah, averaging over 7 rebounds a game. Here's Schultz driving, looking to give it to Caper. It's stolen by Schwalbach. And he thought about getting out on a fast break, but instead just gives it up to Jensen. Kaukauna with a chance to pull back ahead. Van Cauwenberg goes baseline, finds Schwalbach, fakes the shot. Jensen back to Schwalbach. Now Schwalbach will take it. Lefty stroke, knocks it down. Tyler Schwalbach with 5 points here in the second half after he was held scoreless in the first. He leads all second half scorers as he's pulled Kaukauna ahead by 2. Caper gets a mismatch. Schwalbach, he blew by him, but then a block from Jensen. Kaukauna not able to finish the possession, though, as the loose ball is picked up by the Rockets. Second chance here as Caper fakes the 3. Young against Groff, a great matchup here on this end of the floor. Jensen trying to pick off that pass. Caper handles it. Caper with his right. Shot fake, gets it over Jensen, but in and out again. Not a lot of shooting luck here in terms of the soft touch here for the Rockets in this half. We've seen an in and out a couple times. Groff bullying his way down low. Schwalbach doesn't take it this time. And Schwalbach and Rohrig playing catch there. They go inside to the senior captain, Caden Groff. He wants a foul, even looks at the ref mid-dribble. Jonah Rohrig driving left, guarded by Down, and the Neenah defense really picking up the intensity here after that made 3 from Schwalbach. Good possession for the Rockets. Van Cauwenberg's pass nearly out of bounds. Nice adjustment from Schwalbach. He drives, gives it to Jensen. The crowd wants to travel. Here's Van Cauwenberg for 3. No good. So the no call ends up being a non-factor there, as Keegan Van Cauwenberg was looking to extend the lead for the Galloping Ghosts. Young with the handoff to Schultz. Schultz to Down and over to Young. Young for 3. Off to the right. It just barely got a bit of the front of the rim. And Jensen with the board. Van Cauwenberg feeds it into Groff. Groff with the floater, no good. And again, Caden Groff looking for a call that he is not going to get. Jensen on Young, and that means Capers on Groff. So a bit of a mismatch. Here it is. 4 inches of height difference, and Caper can't finish. Refs are certainly letting him play here inside, as we've not had a lot of shooting fouls called. As we're under 11 to go. Double from on to Jensen. Groff goes up for the dunk and gets fouled. Nice job to draw the contact there by Caden Groff, but you know he wanted to finish that over a defender. It's going to be Mason Fleece with his third. They brought a double team immediately onto Jensen, and Jensen saw that. Nice post-to-post passing. Fleece is going to head out of the game for Benji Bell. I believe that's the first sub of the half for the Rockets, as they've had their starters in for the first 7 minutes. Caden Groff converts on both free throws, and we got a 4-point ball game, as Kaukauna has found their stride here in the second half, outscoring the Rockets by 7 in the second frame. Caper gives it up to Young, and Young finds nothing. Benji Bell driving right. He was held scoreless in the first half. Don't believe he attempted a shot. Down, goes around a screen, fakes pass on that pivot foot, looking to shoot, and it's blocked by Schwalbach. Another late whistle, though. This time it's going to go in favor of Neenah. Joey Down will head to the free throw line, where he is a 76% free throw shooter. Tyler Schwalbach's first foul of the game, and the first foul of the half for the Galloping Ghosts, who, whether you're upset with how the refs have called this game or not, Kaukauna's played a clean game with just 2 fouls to speak of. Down makes the first, and he converts on both. We've got a 2-point ball game. 1 possession, I should say. And this is similar to the first half. Not a lot of stoppages in play. We're going to have our timeout saved for the end. Schwalbach looking to create some space against Schultz. Gets a screen from Jensen, goes baseline, finishes with the right on the near side of the glass. Tyler Schwalbach with 7 in the second half here. Jensen has been held scoreless, and Keegan Van Cauwenberg only has 2 points. Caden Groff with 4. Down, looking to create from his pivot foot, and gives it up to Bell. Driving is Young, kicks it out to Caper. Caper thinks about the 3, and he's going to think twice. Benji Bell for 3, it's short. Van Cauwenberg snatches down the defensive rebound. Kaukauna, the top defensive rebounding team in the state. They don't do quite as well on the offensive glass. Van Cauwenberg nearly traveled there, was able to get the pass off as he thought twice about the mid-range jumper. Good mid-air adjustment there from the UW Green Bay Phoenix commit. Schwalbach on the drive to Rohrig. Rohrig, no good. Jensen keeps it alive, and Groff comes up with it. Van Cauwenberg guarded by Bell into Groff. Groff pulls up around Young and gets it to go. Caden Groff puts the Galloping Ghosts up 6, and we've got a full timeout for Lee Rubis of Neenah. We'll take a quick break ourselves here on Zaleski Sports.
The biggest name in streaming and the biggest name in Wisconsin high school sports broadcasting are now in the same place. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today for easy viewing of your favorite high school sports. Find games by season, sport, or school, then sit back and enjoy. Download the Zaleski Sports app on Roku today.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Welcome back here on Zaleski Sports. 6-point lead for Kaukauna. Tonight's game brought to you by Jexie's. Come with your family and friends to Jexie's Family Restaurants. They offer a cozy coffee house feel with that classic diner experience. With breakfast, lunch, and dinner options, you'll never leave feeling hungry. Check out Jexy's on Crooks Avenue in Kaukauna or search Jexy's, that's Jexi, on Facebook today. Tonight's game also brought to you by Pagonis Pizza. Pagonis Pizza is your source for Chicago-style pizza with that guaranteed Sicilian taste in northeast Wisconsin. From gourmet sandwiches to daily specials and the pizza buffet, you can enjoy a family-friendly, relaxing atmosphere at Pagonis Pizza on East Ann Street in Kaukauna. Second timeout of the game used by head coach Lee Rubbis, his first full timeout. 3 remain for the Rockets head coach, 4 for the Ghosts. Benji Bell gives it up to Caper in the high post. Caper sets a screen. Schwalbach works his way around it. But now Schwalbach's gotten switched on to Bell. A bit of a mismatch. Bell a bit taller. He's going to kick it out. Caper's got a long windup for that 3, so he needs to be wide open if he's going to attempt it. Bell fouled on the floor. Surprising to the Kaukauna faithful, but Neenah's fans saying it's about time we got some softer foul calls. Schwalbach second. Schwalbach, who has played such an important role here in the second half, in just the beginning stages of his high school career. Down, closed out on by Schwalbach. Gets a screen from Caper. Down, pulls up for 3. It's good. Joey Down cuts the lead in half. And we've got a 1-possession ball game as Joey Down hits his first field goal of the half, and he's at 8 points now. Pardon me, 7 points. Here's Van Cauwenberg off a bounce pass into Jensen. Jensen around Caper. Some contact. Right, plays through it. Doesn't get the call, but finishes. And Andrew Jensen finally breaks his scoreless half. He had 13 in the first, including 9 in the first 5 minutes of the game, seemingly. 47-42. Here in this regional final, the winner of this one heads to the sectional semi next week. Currently slated for Marshfield. It'll probably be adjusted, though. Caper to the hoop. Finishes around Jensen's swat attempt. And that's Caper's first points of the half. Caper, who had 12 in the first to lead the Rockets, hadn't scored or even attempted a shot, I don't think, in the second half until that basket. Nice pass from Van Cauwenberg into Groff. He can't finish on the reverse layup. Van Cauwenberg with a bit of a fake shot pass there. An excellent feed as Van Cauwenberg averages over 5 assists per game. Second in the FVA and one of the top in Division I. Caper hands it off to Down, and Down with the left. Down will back things out. He's guarded by Schwalbach. Help defense there from Jensen, but the fadeaway from Joey Down. Knocked down, and it's a 1-point ball game. Joey Down on a 5-0 scoring run of his own. Tyler Schwalbach gets a screen from Groff. As Kaukauna's gone a little bit cold from the floor. Reverse layup, no good by Jensen, and they cannot get those to go. Groff saves it, but it's right to Young. Young gets his pocket picked by Van Cauwenberg, but they're going to say Young had possession, and Coach Lee Rubbis got a 30-second timeout off. We can keep it here. We won't take you to another break. That's the third timeout used by Neenah. And just 1 timeout used by the Ghosts so far. So 4 remain for Coach Shallow and just 2 for Coach Rubbis. Tonight's game brought to you by Fox Valley Tool and Die, a precision machine shop that supplies critical machined components for a range of customers from Fortune 100 companies to local paper mills. Contact us today at 920-766-9455. Also brought to you by Cobeson. Cobeson offers a flexible schedule and a well-paid part-time job, the perfect balance of work and play. Cobeson Buses Limited also specializes in providing charter services to all sorts of events. Join us and make a difference. Visit Cobeson.com. We take pride in every ride. Out of the timeout, it's going to be Luke Young with the sideline inbound. Neenah down by just one. They've gone on a run here, and it's been led by this player, Joey Down. Nick Schultz has been quiet here in the second half. He has not scored yet. See if he can get going in the closing minutes. Mason Flees back onto the floor for Neenah with his 3 fouls. Saw Benji Bell head to the locker room. And shot is blocked. And back the other way come the Ghosts. It looked like Bell was not injured at all. He needed to head to the locker room perhaps to grab something he forgot to bring out to the bench. Van Cauwenberg for 3. And when you need a big shot, there's the senior leader and co-captain of this squad, Keegan Van Cauwenberg, stretching the lead to 4. Down with the handoff. Schultz to Caper, and another handoff to Schultz. Schultz got a little bit of separation there. He's looking for a better opportunity. Young with the drive. Goes with the left. He's fouled by Caden Groff. Groff got a lot of ball there, but I think he also got a lot of body. So that'll be Caden Groff's first foul. And the third of the half on the Ghosts. Heading to the line, Luke Young, a 74% free throw shooter, makes the first. Luke Young makes the second. And we got a 2-point ball game. Neenah doing a good job from the free throw line here in the second half. They're 4 for 4 after really struggling last night against Hortonville. Kaukauna works the ball inside to Jensen for a quick 2-point basket to extend the lead back to 4. Directly from Roerig to Van Cauwenberg to Jensen. Caper thinks about the 3. 52-48 as we approach 4 minutes to go. Young with the drive on the left hand, pivots around, goes up against Groff, no good. And Van Cauwenberg with the board. Keegan looking to push the pace here. Doesn't have the numbers and slows things down. McMullen into Groff. Kaukauna needing to respace. Groff thinking shot here, kicks it out. And Jensen will let things reset here. Jensen guarded by Down, a big size mismatch, but Jensen on the 3-point line, not able to take advantage of it before a full timeout is called by head coach Shallow. We will take a quick break here on Zaleski Sports with 3.5 to go.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Set for a thrilling finish here in Kaukauna. It's a 4-point lead for the Ghosts over the Neenah Rockets with 3:36 to go. Tonight's game brought to you by Travel Leaders Discovery. Looking for the perfect getaway and want to travel worldwide? Travel Leaders Discovery has you covered. Their local travel experts create unforgettable experiences tailored just for you. Ready to travel stress-free? Visit tltrips.com and start your adventure. At Advantage Machine, we've invested in the Machine Center, machine tools, metal inventories, and our people. We offer a first-class workspace to ensure the best quality, and with our responsive customer service, fair pricing, and on-time delivery, we can be counted on. Call us at 920-462-4427. Again, that's Advantage Machine at 920-462-4427. Second time out of the game used by the Ghosts. First one called by head coach Shallow, as earlier in the first half it was Roerig calling the timeout. Jensen hands it off to Jonah Roerig. Roerig's been held scoreless tonight. Looking to create his own shot here. He is fouled and heads to the floor there as there's a bit of a tie-up. It's going to be on Joey Down, his second, team's 5th, as again, it's been a clean half for both sides. Just 3 fouls for Kaukauna, only 5 for Neenah. We might get to the bonus, but no, not a sure thing. unless we're going to have intentional fouls down the stretch. Jensen kicks it out to Schwalbach. And Kaukauna is going to start to look to use more clock on each possession here. Jensen swings it to Schwalbach, and they're going to take their time as the clock is working in favor of Kaukauna right now. And this is the game I was expecting tonight. More like the first game these teams played in December. When they played in January, I was surprised at how non-competitive of a game it was. Kaukauna pulled away late and won by 28. This game very much feels like that meeting in the Neenah gym in December, which ended up with a 10-point Neenah victory. This is the rubber match. Kaukauna looking to win it. Van Cauwenberg to Roerig. And what a way to get your first points of the night. Jonah Roerig with a three-pointer on a nearly 1 minute long possession, probably longer than that, 1 minute and 10 seconds. And now it's a 7-point game, and Neenah needs to work quickly. Down goes baseline, floater, no good, and the rebound to Schwalbach. 2 minutes to go, and you wonder when Neenah starts to foul, and additionally you wonder when does Coach Rubis use his second to last timeout. Foul here will get Neenah to 6, so no bonus free throws yet. That's going to be on Nick Schultz, his third. Inbound on the side. That'll be the last defensive foul for Neenah. That won't result in free throws. Should Neenah have an offensive foul, we won't have free throws, but Kaukauna will be shooting the rest of the way. And we have a foul here. I think Young was trying to, but they don't call it. It goes out of bounds, and I thought that time he tipped the ball, but they're going to call a foul. So in the end, I think we got where we were trying to go anyways. McMullen comes into the game for Roerig. Van Cauwenberg's first free throw attempts of the night. He's the best free throw shooter on this team. Either him or Jonah Roerig. He's an 86% shooter. Makes the first, and he's going to get a second, and that's the kind of free throw shooting numbers you're going to need if you're going to be a Division I guard, like Van Cauwenberg will be next year for Coach Gottlieb at UW Green Bay in the Horizon League, where he'll get to play his former teammate, Chris Morgan, who plays for Purdue Fort Wayne. They were teammates when Keegan was a freshman. Van Cauwenberg sinks the pair. 9-point lead. Neenah needs a triple here or a quick 2-point basket. Caper's going to give Schultz a screen. Schultz thinking three. He's guarded by Jensen, though. They go inside. Caper's got the mismatch on McMullen. Caper gets the and one. And that's not what you want to see if you're Coach Mike Shallow, the foul specifically. Caper's got 17. He's 0 for 1 at the line. He was not able to complete a three-point play in the first half, as that foul is going to be on Caden Groff, his second. This time, Caper gets it done, and we've got a 6-point game. See if the intentional fouls come here. Schwalbach's not a great free throw shooter. They don't foul him. Van Cauwenberg not getting fouled here, and they're going to let Kaukauna run some clock. Neenah wants a steal. Van Cauwenberg with a full head of steam and gets fouled. The Neenah faithful wanting a jump ball call there. The arrow currently favoring Kaukauna, so it would have stuck with the Ghosts anyways, but instead of a flip of the possession arrow, they're going to get a 1-and-1 here again. Van Cauwenberg shooting, and this is exactly who you want at the line. Either Van Cauwenberg, who shoots 86%, or Roerig, who shoots 87%. Although Keegan has many more attempts than Jonah Roerig on the season. He knocks down the first, he earns the second, and he's 3 for 3 at the line tonight, make it 4 for 4. It's an 8-point lead. We're under 75 seconds to go. Neenah needs a quick basket like they got on the last possession. Caper's open. He's going to take the three. Roan Caper, no good. And the rebound for Bazaris. Bazaris checking into the game for the first time in the second half. Here's Caper again, hands it off to Schultz. Nick Schultz for three, no good. And Van Kaulenberg gets the defensive rebound. Still in the single bonus here. If they foul, Kaukauna only guaranteed one free throw. Instead, they work it inside. Caden Groff finishing at the hoop. It's a 10-point lead for the Ghosts, and it's certainly hard to imagine the Rockets coming back from this. Joey Down pulls up for three. It's good. He'll keep them alive. It's a 7-point game as Joey Down really got hot here in the second half. It might be too little too late, though, for the Neenah Rockets. We'll keep it here as they only have a full timeout remaining, but we can keep it here. They had used both of their 30-second timeouts. Tonight's game is brought to you by Ridgetop Exteriors. Just like these players bring their best to the court, Ridgetop Exteriors brings top-tier performance to your home. Visit ridgetopexteriors.com and score big with trusted, local, affordable service. Tonight's game also brought to you by Culligan. Culligan Water specializes in all of your water softener, drinking water, and water filtration systems. You can count on Culligan to keep your water pure and healthy with unparalleled service and convenient delivery options. Out of this break, it'll be one timeout remaining for Coach Rubbis. Kaukauna still has 3 timeouts if they want to use one, if they see something they don't like on the inbound, or if they're about to get a 5-second violation, like what happened in the first half with Jonah Rohrig. Neenah's got a foul. They've got 8 team fouls currently, so their next foul will result in another 1-and-1, but after that, Kaukauna will be guaranteed 2 free throws for each defensive foul. It'll be McMullen on the inbound. They put Caper on him with the biggest wingspan on the Rockets to impede his vision. Rory Schultz hands it off to McMullen, and McMullen gets it in to Tyler Schwalbach. So Schwalbach will have a 1-and-1 at the line. Schwalbach, who's been great in the second half. He's barely seen the bench. He's got 7 points, and that's going to be on Nick Schultz, the junior guard, who had 6 points in the first half, but he's been held scoreless since. 1-and-1 here for the freshman. Just a 64% free throw shooter, but he's 3 for 3 tonight as the Rockets have been sending the Ghosts to the line tonight, and the Ghosts have not blinked, especially here in the second half. They are, with that miss, that's the first miss of the second half. Schwalbach 3 for 4. Spin move from Schultz, gets to the hoop, no good. Jensen with the board, 15 seconds to go, and a double bonus situation coming here for Keegan Van Kaulenberg off the foul by Caper. Caper's second, team's 10th. And Van Kaulenberg already 4 for 4 at the line in this half. If I can do some quick math here. As a team, Kaukauna now 10 for 11 in the second half at the free throw line. So that had been a weak point of this Ghost team this season. They've done better throughout the backstretch of the season. Driving to the hoop is down, no good, and that'll do it. Caden Groff with the board. It'll be a 9-point victory for the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts, and they are your regional champions here tonight. They will head to next Thursday, the sectional semifinal, to meet the winner of tonight's Kimberly and Appleton North game. We'll try to get a final score on that for you after our next break. We'll have Coach Shallow along with a player of his choosing on our post-game show. We'll head to a quick break as the teams exchange handshakes here. Maybe Coach Shallow will head back to the locker room, but Kaukauna fights through some adversity here in this one. Neenah was up at the half, and now Kaukauna just 2 wins from their first state appearance since 2018. Neenah had made 4 of the previous 5 state tournaments, including 2 in a row, 3 in a row, I believe, and they were never eliminated in 2020. So of the last 6 state tournaments, Neenah eliminated in just 2 of them, including this year. Again, we'll head to a quick break. We'll have Coach Shallow and a player of his choosing after the break on Zaleski Sports.
Never inventory department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. Sales staff with a deep knowledge, not just of cars, but how to build relationships. A service team who always double checks each other's work. Dozens of people you may never meet who've been working for years to make buying and servicing a car feel fast and easy. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Back here at Kaukauna High School, regional champions, the Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts. We're here with Coach Mike Shallow in his 30th season with the program. They gave you a scare there in the first half. I thought this was more like the game in December, certainly a lot closer than the one in January. What can you say about this Neenah team?
Well, I think, first of all, at the beginning of the season, we weren't, at that first game, we weren't who we are right now. And I think in the second game, certainly, we weren't that much better than them in terms of the final score. So we knew it was going to be somewhere in the middle. It was going to be a battle. I really thought our players stayed the course, though, continued to defend here in the second half. I just thought that, they gave us a really good shot, and we were only down 3 at halftime. So we were just a matter of if we could just find our rhythm. I thought we handled things on both ends of the court very well in the second half.
And just one final question, Coach. As you guys head into sectionals next week, what are you telling your players as you've got a long week of practice ahead until next game? The game next Thursday, scheduled for Marshfield, probably won't be there, probably in the Fox Valley, somewhere closer to home.
Well, I think right now you just want to enjoy the moment. We're going to certainly, we've worked hard not only through the conference and winning the conference championship, now getting a regional here. You want to enjoy it tonight. We're really proud of what we've done, but we're not finished. So you get some rest tomorrow, and then we get ready and start our preparation through the week. But, when you go back to back, you need a little break here, and so tomorrow will be a rest day and recovery for us.
For sure. Thank you very much, Coach Shallow. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Keegan for you.
Sounds good. We'll have Keegan Van Callenberg here in a second, but I believe he's tied up at the moment. Final leading scorer for the Galloping Ghosts, I believe it is going to be Keegan Van Callenberg. He finished the game with 5 free throws and 22 total points. Jensen with 17. Tyler Schwalbach with 8, all in the second half. Caden Groff with 13, and Jonah Rohrig with 3. As they're cutting down the nets right now, I think Keegan's over there, but I see him, he's coming over here. We'll get a quick interview with him. And I'll get the Neenah scores too after the interview. Bit hectic down here, folks. Thank you for sticking with us. We're joined by our highlight house player of the game, Keegan Van Cauwenberg. Keegan, they gave you a scare in the first half. They couldn't miss from downtown. What was the feeling like in the locker room at halftime?
It was quiet, but at the same time, we knew water was going to find its level. We were confident, and we knew that our shots were going to eventually fall, and we knew we were down, which scared us, but once we came out, it was okay. We got this.
Outstanding second half for you guys. You and Tyler Schwalbach getting it done at the line. What are you guys going to take from this game?
Definitely free throws and taking care of the ball. I mean, we didn't turn it over that much, but we can always cut down on turnovers and make more free throws.
Sounds good. I'll keep it short here. I know you got a lot to get to with the festivities. Congrats on the regional championship. You got 2 more until state. Best of luck, and we'll get you in the highlight house here.
Thank you. My name is Keegan Van Cauwenberg, and I'm in the house.
Woo! Thank you, Keegan. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
And that'll do it here from Kaukauna High School. Final score 63-54. I did say I would get the Neenah scores for you. Roan Caper finishes with 17 to lead the squad. Joey Down with 10 in the second half. He finishes with 12. Luke Young with 10. Mason Fleece with 6. Nick Schultz with 6. Xavier Bazaris with 3. And I believe that'll do it. Heck of a season for Coach Lee Rubbis. They finish 16-10. And Kaukauna will play the winner of Appleton North and Kimberly. I'll check if we got a final on that one here quick, if you'll bear with me. And that'll be the final thing we do here tonight. Don't have a final yet on the bracket side, unfortunately, but either Kimberly or Appleton North will play the Galloping Ghosts next Thursday somewhere here in the Fox Valley. For Joel Roush, I'm Gunnar Sibbert. Thank you for joining us here on Zaleski Sports. We'll have more sectional action next week for the boys basketball tournament, as well as some coverage of the state tournament on the girls' side. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a safe night.